What is going on, guys? Welcome to J Powell Music. I'm your host, Jarrell, and today I want to do a quick kind of review of Tyler the Creator's recent album, Chromakopia. Chromakopia, which dropped a lot sooner than I thought it did. He released the music video for Noid. Which, to be honest with you, my initial impression of Noid, I didn't really care for it too much. I think it sounded kind of pretty good, but it wasn't like, to me, it wasn't like Call Me If You Get Lost, where the tracks that they were dropping were just really hard hitting. You know, obviously this is a different kind of vibe for this particular one. Obviously a very much of a concept album for this particular album. Very personal too. Not saying that his other albums aren't, but for this one, you know, definitely kind of talks about every track has kind of something that his mom gave him advice for that transitioned into another song. So really well thought out. Wanted to give kind of a quick review. It's been a while since I've done a music review for certain albums that I appreciate. So when it comes to Tyler, Creator and Chromakopia, solid album, really good. Is it as good as Call Me If You Get Lost? It's different. I probably enjoyed some of Call Me If You Get Lost a little more, but it's kind of more of a circumstantial thing. As far as sonically, this album sounds great. I'm really curious to see who the producers are for this album. I know he did a lot of the beats, I want to say, but as far as production, I don't know if he did that himself or he had a team, or likely he was a little bit of both, mainly a team. But the beats are really good, well thought out. I feel like you appreciate them more when you actually have headphones on. You're playing it in a car, you're playing on a really nice stereo system. That is really where this album shines for me. And I became to appreciate the sonically just how the album was more. I think if you're just kind of playing it through whatever, you know, if you're playing it and not really paying attention, I don't think the album's going to kick in. You know, I don't think that you're really going to care for it. It's one of those albums definitely where you kind of have to be in tune, listening through it. So I would say definitely if you are an audiophile, or just have a really good sound speaker system, I think you will appreciate it. There's definitely a lot of influences within this album sonically. I definitely heard a lot of Kanye West 808 and Heartbreak type influences when it comes to some of the sound decisions. One example, Hey Jane, I feel like has a lot of, reminds, not lyrically, but as far as sonically, a little bit of reminiscence of 808 and Heartbreaks. But there's some songs here on the album. One thing that I found interesting was that he says that there were no features, but there's clearly features in this album. Like one of the first song, Saint Copia, well, he added Daniel Caesar, I guess, to it. But like I heard Pharrell, I heard met other people, obviously when it came to the song Sticky, there's features on that. Yeah. So for example, as shown here, it's showing the features. So maybe he did it as a joke as far as like a J. Cole thing. Oh, ideas with no features. There's mad features on the album. So I don't know. I kind of found that funny. I don't know why he tweeted that. I don't know if it was a joke. You just never know with Tyler the Creator sometimes. And then for, what is it, the song? I Thought I Was Dead. I guess the vinyl version, it actually has a verse from Playboi Carti, which I find interesting. It'll be on YouTube eventually, because that's how YouTube gets down. So I'll look forward to whoever uploads that. I will listen to I Thought I Was Dead again with the Playboi Carti verse. But yeah, I think it's a solid album. If you're, as far as for Tyler Creator fans, I think they're really going to like it, especially if you liked Call Me If You Get Lost. You're definitely going to enjoy this album, I think. Definitely one where you got to have a good sound system, really appreciate sonically what's going on. I feel if you don't, you might kind of skip it. You might be like, whatever, but if you got a really good sound system, you play it into the car or whatever, I think it's going to be one that you'll appreciate. So I'll leave it there. But again, this is J Powell Music. I'll catch you guys next video. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.